Okay, what we have here is an old Kodak Showtime 8mm movie projector that I'm going to try to repair. This was a trash find, and it does somewhat work. Here, let me plug it in for a minute. And the motor works, but as you can see, it slips because the rubber wheel, there it goes. That's of course reverse, and so the other problem was that this is the arm that goes down in there and goes back and forth to actuate this, and it had been modified. I guess the original roller or whatever was on it went bad, and it had this little brass wing nut thing. Well, not wing nut, but it's a brass nut on there, so it would push against it and be scraping against it, and it would kind of just bind up as it was with that. So I'm going to see if I can try to find some things that I can make a new piece with and see what I can do about that rubber wheel down there. But we'll be back and see if I can find anything that'll work with this. Okay, so as you can see, I got a few goodies out of an old printer. That is the remains of it out there. And found a few things that I think I can use. Little hard plastic roller, few rubber rollers. Now I'm not sure if I'll be able to use that on the motor or not, but they are fairly stretchy, so hopefully that'll work. And the spring, which will work perfectly as a spacer for the plastic roller. So I'm going to have to cut this down a little bit so it's the same size as that, but I'll do that and we'll see how it'll fit. Okay, so we got it back together now. The roller, plastic roller, which was one of these, cut down a little bit, and I stretched out one of these rubber rollers around it, and piece of spring cut off as a spacer, and then a spacer washer in there. The same screw and little flex nut thing is the same as what was holding this on. So let's give it a shot and see how it works. Okay, now that's neutral. And one way's forward, one way's back. I'm not sure which way is which, but and of course this way doesn't really, there, it grabbed a little bit, but so there we go. At least that part of it's fixed, so I can put the front half of the projector back together. And now I just have to try to get the motor fixed, which I can do that from the other side. So there we go.